You guys ready for your next act? Keep that applause going, ladies and gentlemen. The very funny, the hilarious Jane Stanton. Here she is.
Hello. You don't have to. I was at a party and everyone was smoking weed like, no one smokes weed like that. What am I doing? I don't smoke weed. And so I was gonna leave and this guy came up to me, he was super hot, and he touched me once on the hand and he's like, "What's your name?" And I was like, "Jane." He's like, "Do you want to do a dab?" And I was like, "Yes." Because I thought it was something sexual. If you don't know what a dab is, it's 3 joints in 1 toke. But he had created 5 joints in 1 toke. But I thought it was something sexual. And he turned to all 200 people at the party. He's like, "You guys, come on up. Come watch me do a dab with Jane." And I'm like, I don't want to fuck this guy in front of everyone. Like, I'm into crazy stuff, but I'm not into that. Maybe I should be into that. So I was like, let's do the dab. Mwah, mwah. Started taking my shirt off. He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "The dab." He was like, "Do you know what it is?" I was like, "No." And he pulled out a needle without the metal part. It was crystallized weed like honey. And then he had a metal spoon. I did heroin. And then he was about to light it. And he's like, "Do you know how to suck?" I'm like, "I'm 22. 34. 42. He's like, "Properly." I'm like, 55. And I put my hair in a ponytail. And then he lit it, and it was like, drugs. 2 minutes. And then he's like, "You're done." And I thought it'd be like when I smoked. So I was like, but it was 5 joints in 1 toke. So it was like this whole room, fog. And I could only see a foot in front of me. And then I just yelled, "I'm a Viking!" And everyone cheered. And I was like, "Yes!" And then I was like, "No! I'm fucked!" And then I looked around, I'm like, why am I at a house party with 15-year-olds? I'm 63 years old. I'm a loser. I gotta get out of here. And I went to leave, and this guy had wrapped himself around my leg. He's like, "Save me, I've been here for 5 days. I was like, "No," and there was no one there. And I got in my car. Don't follow my lead in life. I was gonna drive home. And so I got super close to the steering wheel, right? Because it's safer. And I was like there because it's extra padding. And I was like, "Whose are those?" Oh my God, they're lovely. They're like triple Ds. I'm gonna call them diners, drive-ins, and dives. And so I started driving. I'm like, what do people do when they drive? They laugh. So I was like, and I got pulled over. Cop pulls me over at the window and he's like, "Have you been drinking?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Drugs." I was like, "I want to be on America's Next Top Model. Triple chin." He's like, "Do you have your license?" I'm like, "Mm-hmm. It's in my bra." And I'm about to give it to him, and I see gravy on my license. I'm like, "What?" And I get in there like a cokehead, but it's just gravy. I'm like, "Ah." And I'm handing him my license, and he has his hand on his gun. He's like, "Ma'am, what was on the license?" I'm like, "Gravy." He's like, "Fair enough, on your way." And then I went to Shoppers, right? Because it was like 12 at night, 5 joints, 1 toke. And I was starving. I hadn't had dinner. I had had dinner. And I went into the Shoppers, up to the cashier at the counter like I was at McDonald's, and I'm like, "I will have a McChicken combo large fries, where's your menu? And a Coke. And she's like, you're in Shoppers. I'm like, I know. 4 bags of cheesies. She's like, I work here and you don't. I'm like, I know. Go get me my cheesies. And not any cheesies, Hawkins cheesies. Because they're the best. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, we don't have them. I'm like, I don't think you're understanding me. I need you to go in the back, get me a box of Hawkins cheesies so they're in my belly. That's what I thought I was saying. What I was saying the entire time was, Hawkins. 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 The guy behind me, you knew what I wanted. I don't know how, and he got me 4 bags of cheesies. Cheetos, but I took them. And then I had no money to pay, so he paid for me. I was like, Hawkins, which was thank you. And then I went home, closed the door, took my clothes off because it felt right, licked all my fingers, right? Ate all 4 bags of cheesies. And then I had like cheese balls from the cheese dust, like I'd fingered Elmo. I was like, oh my God, what a good night. I'm 99 years old. Live a little. And in the distance, I could hear sirens coming closer and closer, and I looked up and realized I was still in the Shoppers. So I just was like, Hawkins! That's my time.
Jane Stanton, keep it over, Jane.